I was introduced to pornography around the age of 12, and I remember going to a friend's house. Me and a group of boys went to somebody's house, and somebody put it on. Somebody showed it to me, and I don't think I had much of a reaction to it. It's like, okay, like this is crazy. But we ended up going into a car. A group of boys ended up going into a car, and they started playing it. Somebody started playing it, and I was sitting in the back seat in the middle, and somebody started playing it, and they turned on girl and guy stuff, and then they turned on guy stuff, and we were just sitting there laughing, goofing off. All the kids were older than me that was in the car. All the kids were. I was the youngest one in the car, or one of the youngest people in the car, and just making jokes, things like that. And around that same age, I remember being at school, and somebody just asked me, like, "Have you ever tried? Have you ever tried? Have you ever tried touching yourself?" And the answer was no, but I was so curious. I already knew what I was gonna do right when I got home. Right, like I already knew that was the first thing. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but everybody said you got to try it. And those two situations that happened to me at that age is what started my addiction. And it got really, really bad from there. Once I did it and realized how good it felt, at that time there was no going back for me. I started I started prioritizing watching it and releasing to it all the time. I would wake up, do it, like right before basketball practice, do it. Right before I went to sleep, right before I ate, do it. Right before I went to sleep, do it. Like there was no, I made sure before I did anything, basically I started doing it all the time. And what's sad is I didn't know that this was bad. I didn't look at it as bad or anything. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Me and my friends used to talk about it like it was an okay thing, like it was cool. Me and my friends used to talk about it like it's cool, like yo, y'all, who y'all be watching? Y'all watch this girl yet? Y'all watch this person yet? Um, did y'all get bruises yet? Like we would talk about it as if it was cool, as if it was just so normal. There was a time where I did it so much to where there was nothing even coming out. There's nothing coming out, and then I don't know. I must have went to school and talked about it with friends or something, because I remember when I learned that, oh, your body needs to recharge, like your body needs rest to be able to do that again. So I remember going to sleep and literally thinking in my head like, oh, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at 8. Okay, I'm gonna do it at 8 a.m. Then at noon I'm gonna do it again. That's a couple hours reset. Okay, then again at like 4 or 5. Okay, then again at 9, 8, 8, 9, 10. I'll be able to do it 3, 4 times, 3, 4, 5 times if I do it that way and get a good recharge. And that's what I was thinking. I was literally putting it in time frames of when I would do that. I had I had the best time management when it came to making time for this. Throughout high school, I still didn't really see it as a big problem. The amount of time I spent doing it, the amount I was doing it decreased a lot, just because I started talking to girls and doing stuff with girls. But the addiction was still there. It just was decreased. Um, when I got to college was when I started watching a lot of the no fap videos and stuff that like let me know this is messing with my brain. Watching adult films messes with your brain, like stuff like that. So I started to realize like, oh, one, I got an addiction, and two, like I don't want this. Like I gotta fix it. And and I started going on little phases where I didn't do it. So 1 week off, then I do it. 2 weeks off, then I do it. Like I went to college for 2 years, and I'm pretty sure that the longest I went without doing it was 2 months. And I remember that being such a struggle for me, right? I wasted so much time. Like I wasted so much time with this, man. I really would it's really embarrassing even to say. I really would sit there scrolling for so long trying to find the perfect woman, the perfect angle, the perfect skin tone, the video that made it feel the most real for me, right? Even when I knew it was an issue, even watching the NoFap videos, I still would get defeated by this. I still would let this take control over me, right? And you guys, I played basketball, so I would be doing it in college, before basketball practice, after basketball practice, like before I went to class, after a class. I'll just find some time to do it and find a place to do it at. And I don't think I was gonna say this on the video, but I didn't talk to I didn't talk to many girls during college because it was so bad for me. I was so addicted to watching adult films. I wasn't even I didn't even care about trying to go speak to girls. So I wasn't going up to girls um, unless somebody forced me, right? I was okay with I was really okay with not speaking to girls and just continue doing what I'm doing because I think it's sad to say this. I'm pretty sure that in that moment I was enjoying it more than even wanting to go meet anybody. Just a couple years ago with my ex, I remember a time where I couldn't even do the deed with her because I had just got done watching adult films and I couldn't even perform. And honestly, I couldn't and I didn't even want to because I already had did it with myself and I couldn't perform. Right? I got so desensitized even when even when right in front of me. I'm so desensitized that I couldn't perform. Right? I was letting this thing I was letting this thing cause me to hurt people. I was letting this addiction pull me away from God. I was wasting so much time when I could have been doing a bunch of other things. You know what I'm saying? It was it was bad. It was bad. It was a bad time. Bad time for me. Something that I've been thinking about lately was is a YouTube short I watched by George Janko. Um, he was part of the Logan Paul and Mike Malak podcast, but he started his own. Anyways, there's a YouTube short, and he said watching adult films has trained us to find somebody we like, use them, release to them, and then move on and go find somebody else, right? Because that's what we're doing. We're watching adult films. We're scrolling, finding the person we want. Boom, we like him. Cool. We release, and then the next day or next couple hours, we find somebody else and release. Find somebody else and release. That bleeds over into real life, where you end up doing that to people, finding that person, finding that person, getting what you need, and then leaving them. Finding the next person, getting what you need, and then leaving them. And I thought that was a great point he made because I think we're building a bad habit, not just because of we're watching it, but it's building that habit of what I just said, finding somebody and then disconnecting, right? Because then we wonder why we can't build connections. We wonder why it's so easy to break up. We wonder why it's so easy to do the deed with somebody and then dip. We're practicing that habit every single day, 3 to 5 times a day. Of course it's going to be easy. You've been practicing that muscle every single day, right? And it it needs to be talked about more. It needs to be talked about more. Um, my mentor just told me recently, how you do everything, how you do anything is how you do everything. I'm gonna say that again. How you do anything is how you do everything. So I've allowed my addiction to bleed over in all aspects of my life. Right now I have a girlfriend, great girl, beautiful, nicest person, probably the nicest person I ever met. Probably the nicest person I ever met. Yet I'm hurting her with my issues. I brought my addiction into our relationship. And now she got to deal with it. Now it's damaging her. That's how powerful this addiction is. No matter what happens, it will stay with you if you don't deal with it. I have more self-control than I did when I was in high school and college, but the truth is I'm still struggling with this. I still get the urge to scroll through the Instagram girls pages. Um, I'm in a group chat. I'm in a group chat with the homies, and a lot of the times they'll send something from Twitter in the group chat. And if y'all know, if anybody got Twitter, y'all know it's just another app, another adult film app. You know what I mean? Or I should call it, it's called X now. If any of y'all know X, known as it's what was Twitter, y'all know it's just another app to watch adult films on there. Right. So I had to ask them to stop sending that type of stuff in the group chat because it triggers me. Right. And here's the thing. Even though I'm struggling with this, I know I'm gonna overcome it. Right. Because I'm willing to admit that I have a problem and that I don't want to be like this anymore. And I'm willing to do what's necessary to beat it. You know what I mean? I didn't just make this video for views, right? I made it to hold myself accountable. I made it to let y'all know that I'm gonna beat it and to inspire you to beat it, right? Because there's no reason why we should be letting this consume so much of our time. There's no reason why we should be hurting people because of it. There's no reason why this should be the only thing we're thinking about all day, every day. There's more to life than this. The things I'm doing to overcome this is, one, I've accepted that I have the issue and that I don't want to be like this anymore. Right? I've gotten into a group where we meet for an hour a day and we talk about how bad or how good we're doing, and we also read the scripture. I'm going to church 2 times a week. I'm praying every single morning. If y'all want me to send the prayer I use for my morning prayer, just let me know in the comments. I'll send it down. I'm going to church 2 times a week. Um, I'm changing what I listen to. I'm changing what I'm consuming every single day, right? And this is why I'm able to talk. This is why I'm able to tell you guys with such confidence that I know I'm gonna beat this thing, just because I'm willing to do whatever is necessary, and I'm willing to listen to others. And if you're wondering why I'm doing all this, it's because I've had this issue for over 10 years. I've proven to myself that I can't trust myself. So, with this situation, so I'm surrendering this issue to God and talking about it with people so I can beat it. And if you're struggling with this, I want you to know that there is a way out. It's possible. It's possible. There's plenty of there's plenty of help out here. You just got to look for it. You just got to be willing, and you got to be willing to do it. I mean, there's plenty of groups, plenty of different type of groups, different strategies, different stuff you can do. You have to be willing to seek out the help and do what they say. right? Um, the same way I told y'all I played basketball earlier, the same way you got to train every single day to make sure you can shoot, to make sure you can dribble, to make sure you got a good IQ. The same way you got to train every single day. You got to train your mind every single day to beat this. On the days you want, on the days you don't want to, and the days you want to. The days you feel good and the days you feel bad. The same way you go to the gym every day, the same way you go to work out every day, you go to train every day, you got to work your brain out every day as well. You got to work that muscle so you can beat that addiction. As long as you continue to work it, you will beat it. Simple. And the last thing I'm going to say is we need to talk about this issue more, because according to statistics, everybody, most men have this issue. An overwhelming amount of men have this issue, according to statistics. So we're all sitting here just hiding it. Everybody out here hiding it. No, but everybody knows we got this issue. But we just pretending out here, pretending in public that nobody got it. All right. So we all got this issue, but nobody's willing to talk about how to beat it, how to overcome it. Can we help each other with it? Can we start having more accountability partners? Like nobody's really willing to say it. And I know we see it on YouTube and stuff. I know we do. But I'm talking about in person. Nobody's willing to bring that up and talk about, yeah, hey, dang, you got that issue too? I got an issue with that as well. Maybe we can help each other. Dang, you had that issue 2 years ago, 2 years ago, and you beat it. How'd you beat it? Can you help me beat it? Like, we need to help the people who've beaten it need to help the people who are still struggling, and the people who are struggling need to help the people who are struggling. And man, that's it. That's it. I'm praying for y'all, and I hope y'all praying for me as well. I'm out.